Create smooth, consistent grout lines in angled or irregular kitchen spaces by planning a flexible layout and using simple tools to maintain spacing and alignment. Start by dry fitting entire sections of tile and using spacers to establish the line rhythm before applying any adhesive. For angled walls or non-standard runs, cut tiles to fit using a wet saw and score with a tile nipper for small irregular pieces, keeping cuts consistent so grout joints remain uniform. Use flexible or wedge-style spacers in tight corners and irregular angles because they conform to shifting geometry and prevent joints from compressing when you set a tile. Establish 2 perpendicular chalk lines from a measured reference point and check alignment of each tile against both lines as you go to avoid gradual drift. When you must use multiple small fill pieces, maintain a minimum joint width equal to the rest of the field so thin slivers do not produce gaps that collect dirt. Finally, after adhesive sets but before grouting, lightly scrape any excess mortar from joints and recheck spacing with a plastic comb or joint raker so the grout bed is even. The most common mistakes are starting without a dry layout, which leads to uneven joints and awkward tiny slivers at edges, so always dry fit and adjust before setting tiles. Relying on rigid single-size spacers in angled areas causes crushed or inconsistent joints, so switch to flexible or tapered spacers and test fit them. Cutting pieces on the fly without measuring against the established chalk lines produces misalignment, so measure each cut from the tile face that will show and verify it against the layout before installing. BigHomeProjects.com helps homeowners find local contractors who are actively seeking kitchen tiling work and helps contractors find jobs in our service area by connecting both sides through project listings. We host a discussion community where we and other members share techniques, ask questions about tricky angled layouts, and post photos to get practical feedback.